We're putting away some of the tank tops. It's devastating to me, but we're putting away some of the tank tops and we're taking out more sweaters. We're taking out more sweatshirts. We're taking out more beautiful long sleeve linen button downs, which I do wear in the summer a lot because I wear them as cover ups, but also in the winter, I also wear them as shirts, you know?
Yeah.
And so that means that we are looking at our wardrobes and saying like, what do we have? What do we not have? Should we look to Quince to upgrade our closet, to fill our wardrobes, because Quince has all the elevated essentials for fall. They have, as I have stated before, 100% Mongolian cashmere starting at $50. I think I need a new sweater from them. Washable silk tops and skirts and perfectly tailored denim that actually fits. I was just saying I've been looking at a new sweater. I think I'm going to go for it because they look designer level but cost a fraction of the price. And the quality is incredible. By working directly with ethical top-tier factories, Quince cuts out the middlemen, so you get luxury quality prices at half the price of similar brands. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/who for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/who to get free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/who.
You or Jayla?
Real. They want to know. Hey.
Real.
Hey.
Real.
Come on.
Hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And why was Rita Ora sitting with the Severance table at the Emmys last night?
I think people tend to forget that her husband works in television.
It's true. But why the Severance table? I think I do have an answer.
What's the answer?
Because she doesn't really know what her job is.
Oh, so Severance felt the most like thematic
It's
to her
thematically
life.
correct.
So my theory, do you want to hear my theory, which
Yes.
is even more cynical than yours, which is kind of good, is that she was placing odds that Severance would be the big winner of the night. She said, let me get some camera time. But guess what? She was
It went
wrong.
to the pit.
She guessed wrong. She should have sat with the pit.
But I like,
She should have sat in the pit.
does the pit have too many people? Was the table full? The pit has like 100 cast members.
Maybe Taika couldn't pull those strings and get them sat with the pit. But I think Rita was like, how do I get on camera? You know, always looking for the lens.
We can't do Rita this early, but we can talk about the Emmys briefly. Did Nate Bargatze turn into like, I don't know, a more beloved them last night? Or is he firmly where he
No.
was?
No, if anything, people were like, who's that? And then they were like, oh.
Well, I didn't
You
watch the
know?
whole thing, but I did watch his monologue. And half of his monologue is just being like, I know you don't understand why I'm here, and I don't either, which got old really
that's-
quickly.
Okay with me, because I do feel like at this point, everybody who does something on a big scale is relatively unknown to other people. So they're always kind of a wink wink moment where it's like, well, you might not know who I am. And like, that's okay. If anything, it's a little boring, you know, because it's like, how else are people supposed to do stuff?
Right.
In
That's
new
fair.
spheres. But I mean, he flubbed so much, and the entire shtick of like giving money and losing money for a charity, a real
rude.
charity, kind of fell flat in terms of the concept of the show, I think. And not just like within the room, within online too. Like everyone kind of universally thought it was stupid. So if that is representative of his hosting year, then I feel like it was not really. But I know he's a huge comedian. He's one of those comedians that like everyone knows but you feels like, or something. Like, remember that guy
Sebastian
when we were on tour?
Maniscalco?
But yes, but remember that guy like Bart, or with a B, Bert Kreischer?
Oh, Bart. Bart?
But Bert, it's Bert.
Bert Kreischer. Oh, right. Him. We saw his bus and we were like, what is
Yes,
this?
remember we saw his bus and we were like, who's that? And it's like a huge comedian who makes millions of dollars touring around the globe. Anyways, I just think, you know, if you know, you know. And sometimes those if you know, you knows break through. But this one felt a little bit like, I don't know. It felt a little, I don't know.
Felt a little. Well, also he's doing this in the middle of kind of a I don't want to call it a golden age, but the Golden Globes were iconic because of Nikki Glaser. The Oscars were iconic because of Conan O'Brien, and then it's him, and it's like, oh, I'm not feeling this.
It wasn't great. There were a few standout winners though that were who's Jeff Hiller.
Jeff Hiller won because he won the Golden Globe, right? And then he won the Emmy. Jamel Tillman from Severance. Britt Lauer
Speaking
from
of
Severance.
Britt Lauer.
Great.
Lauer, like flower from
That's
Severance. there were, some newbies. Like, it wasn't the same people. When they give it to Noah Wyle, it's like, that's fantastic. But we all know who that is from ER,
Well, the girlie who won from the pit that beat all the White Lotus girlies. I don't watch the pit.
The iconic nurse. She is the best on the pit.
But she's iconic to me because she's in one of my most biggest guilty pleasures on the planet, which is the movie The Campaign, starring Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell, which I've weirdly seen many, 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 many times. She's Will Ferrell's wife in it, and she is hysterical.
Do you know her name?
No, I don't. What's her name?
I don't know.
See, you're the fan and you don't even know her name. I don't
know. She's the amazing nurse from the pit. I give all those characters nicknames because I find it hard to remember like their names on the show and honestly their names in real life.
Catherine Lanasa. Great.
Oh, incredible. I'm so glad she beat all those because the last thing we needed was a White Lotus conversation, which was like which White Lotus girl deserved or didn't deserve to win. Like there were too many of them nommed. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And she beat their ass because I bet they split the vote, which is classic split the vote commentary.
We have to move on from Emmy's conversation and talk about...
You don't agree.
The first case of podcast mouth this week. Is it the only one? I think it might be the only one, actually. Julianne Hough and Derek Hough went on Not Skinny, Not Fat. I hate saying the name of that podcast. They went on Not Skinny, But Not Fat
podcast.
And talked about their relationship as siblings, and it was it was so real and raw that it made me a little uncomfortable because it's a lot about like Mormonism, and they're talking about how they're so successful but their siblings aren't.
In this scenario that this was taken out because this headline is so brutal, but what they're discussing is actually interesting and nuanced a little bit, and I actually appreciate them discussing it because it's interesting and kind of juicy.
But it is very
not
uncomfortable.
Juicy in a tabloid way, right? But that's why I'm saying when it got taken out, it felt mean. Like it felt like podcast mouth. Like they were giving like what was actually kind of an interesting, having an interesting conversation. But then, because what happens when two siblings get famous from a family? I just feel like that's an interesting conversation. But now it sounds like how Julianne Hough and Derek Hough's siblings feel about their fame, and the quotes are like they might be jealous.
Yeah, and it's like we have kind of a strained relationship with them because we are so famous and don't see them much, and they're a little resentful of us, and we're kind of sad about it. They have 3 older sisters who they never talk about, and so when they do talk about them, it's just kind of depressing, even though we have really no evidence to show that the older sisters are actually upset and sad. We just know what Julianne and Derek say.
Maribeth and Catherine all danced and sang and acted when they were younger. Life ended up taking them on different paths. And it's like one of them just got married at 19 and had 6 kids. And it's like, well...
Literally 6 kids.
That's unfortunate to be the oldest because like they did the thing and then Julianne looked at that and was like, I
don't want to do the thing.
I got to dance. I got to foot loose away from here,
And she did.
My 3 older sisters, they all danced and sang and acted and we were in like a band. Like we were always in it.
Is there any like jealousy?
There's no jealousy, but there is like a sadness that maybe there wasn't an opportunity for them to experience it.
Do you ever feel like bad or self-conscious about sharing really exciting moments?
I used to.
Yeah.
Derek and I were always so close because we had shared experiences.
Right.
We never wanted to share because we were afraid to hurt someone's feelings. But that just grew us further and further apart.
Right.
Over the last few years, it's been very much like, all right, if it hurts, it hurts. But at least like
we're close.
We're close and we're moving through it. And it's all relative, Like they were super close as sisters growing up. And so like I didn't get to have the closeness of sisters and that bond.
Yeah.
Or they have marriages and kids. And I don't have that experience. And so I have not a lack, but like I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I want that. We all have things that we desire.
So she's saying, Derek and I had a little click. We were like thick as thieves as kids.
Well, they were the ones that got famous, or they were the ones that were working towards actual achievable fame. And that wasn't the only thing that got picked up from this podcast. Other things got headlines from this podcast. Julianne Hough shares why she wants to shave my head with a monk. She said and Julianne Hough admits her viral Oscars interview with Timothée Chalamet is the most cringe moment of my life, which was, I think you all remember that, maybe?
Just this past Oscars.
What
is funny?
You interviewed Timothée Chalamet on the carpet, and you
The most
were
cringe moment of my life.
but you were asking about his dance
Yeah.
moves.
He was like,
And-
what? Do you have any like dance moves that you go to, like a go-to?
Do you?
I do. A little body roll action.
And Timothy Chalamet was like, what? And then people were like, what a random question. And I saw people going nuts on TikTok being like, she is a dancer. It is the most fitting question. I'm like, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that truly, I was like, that was horrible. But no.
You have to do spinal adjustments?
I do spinal adjustments now.
Okay. Facts.
No.
Fair.
But you know what? Like, whatever. It was something that people talked about. And I always say, like, you know what? Be cringe. Like, you're at least putting yourself out there. Like, whatever.
Not even cringy. You're a dancer.
No,
it actually made a lot of sense.
It was just fun.
I like can't even think about it. It makes me feel bad.
I don't want to you're probably going to play it, but I don't want to play it here. I don't want to hear it. You can put it in the edit. I don't want to listen to that. It makes me uncomfortable. But you skipped over the shaving head quote, which is really funny. It's, quote, I have this thing on my list of things I want to do. I love that she doesn't say bucket list. She just says my list of things that I want to do.
Yeah, it's called my list of things I want to do.
I have this thing on my list of things that I want to do. I want to go to Bhutan and shave my head with a monk. Okay.
Yeah. It's very okay. And then the other big news, which is funny because she flubbed on the carpet last year, but Derek Hough is literally the new host of Extra.
Oh, yeah, he's the new Billy Bush.
He replaced Billy Bush, which is a little bit important to this podcast because Billy Bush has been doing that for like 4,000 years.
Yeah.
You know, like he really, that was a career, that was a lifetime career for him essentially. And now Derek Hough is the new Billy Bush, which kind of actually spiritually makes sense because Billy Bush is so like weird, and so is Derek Hough in like maybe the same way. Although I think Derek Hough is less boys club than Billy Bush, and obviously he's not a Bush,
right?
He's a Huff.
But there's something aesthetically, like you said, spiritually, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm not mad about it.
Spiritually in kind of a bland man way,
Bland
but
white
also
guy
I
with
think that
really
Bush,
overly done hair.
Right. But Bush is darker, I think. I mean,
he's
maybe
a
it's the
Bush.
kind of grab him by the whatever stuff, but he is a little bit dark. I don't think Derek Huff's gonna do that.
Maybe he'll learn from Billy's mistakes.
Speaking of danger, you're taking on a new role here. You just become the host of Extra.
Very dangerous.
Congratulations.
Yes, very dangerous.
Hard-hitting celebrity interview. It's exhausting.
Guys, tell me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here. Tell me.
Did they ease you in? Who were your first two interviews?
First I accepted the job, and then 2 days later, they're like, your first interview is Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, and I'm like, oh, so we're starting small. But it was really wonderful, really beautiful. They were really kind and gracious. But do you guys have any tips for me? Come on, help me out here.
No, I'm still learning.
You don't listen. Just like everybody's gonna tell you this. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why you got the job.
What about the awkward handshakes? When you go in for the handshake and it's just that.
Oh, Mark has a whole.
Do you ever get this one?
Do you know?
When they do this one? They do that to you?
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that.
You got to get in there. You got to get
in there.
Yeah. Weirdly, that's my biggest fear. I'm like, what are we doing? Fist bump? No. Yeah.
Just say, look, this is a handshake show. I'm gonna come in, palm to palm.
Palm to palm.
Right. Palm to palm.
Palm to get in there.
We have a correction to make. Last week we said Joseph Baena, the son of Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is not the son of Maria Shriver, was at Patrick Schwarzenegger's wedding last week, 2 weeks ago.
He's the like scandalous son. He's the son that Arnold had through an affair with the maid.
Right. Arnold basically had to be strong-armed into submission to sort of confirm that this kid is in fact his son. It finally happened. Everyone confirmed it. It's real, but they don't actually have a relationship. Every once in a while, he'll pop up in a family event, but it's extremely rare. We thought, because there was some original reporting that said that Joseph Baena did go to Patrick Schwarzenegger's wedding, he did not. I don't understand. Well, I was reading all of these stories about like the correction that he wasn't actually there, like on TMZ, etc. And there was no sort of explanation as to why people thought that in the first place. Like I thought maybe they confused him with some other random family member, or they confused him with someone else who was there. No, they just misreported it.
Wait, but I thought they did see someone. I thought it was him, or no? They didn't even. That didn't even happen.
I didn't even see that. There was no thing where it's like, oh, we thought a guy was him and it wasn't him. There's none of that.
I mean, they gave him the kind of nastiest graphic on TMZ. It's like him, and then like it's a weird overlay of Patrick and his now wife, Abby Champion, and then it's a piece of paper that says Patrick and Abby's wedding invite, and it has that like red kind of, what do you call this? The not allowed symbol.
Yeah.
The red, like, no walking sign. The
yeah.
band.
Over Patrick and Abby's wedding invite. I mean, it's truly graphic design is my passion. It's one of their worst in a while. Sometimes their Photoshops are quite funny. I found this one pretty bad.
I do think this is so controversial, but whatever. This is a hot take, I'll tell you that. You know how the other brother, like, we recently lost like 200 pounds? I think that was a distraction from Joseph Baena having still a bad relationship with all the different brothers. What do you think?
I don't know that story. Who lost 200 pounds?
The other brother. You don't know this?
Oh,
was in the
that.
press nonstop. Oh, it was in every tabloid constantly about the other Schwarzenegger brother losing like 200 pounds and showing up like, like a totally different looking person, essentially. And he was at the wedding, and he gave like the best man speech, I think, or he gave a speech, which is what I saw when I was reading the Vogue coverage,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that distracted. I think that was a ploy to distract from the Joseph
Baena
of it all, because they're obviously still not. I mean, not that they need to have a relationship with him, but they don't.
I wanted to read something from the shooter report, the shooter scoop.
He's on it. He's on the beat.
He's on
the beat.
Shooter Scoop is on every beat lately. Every single beat he is on.
It's unlikely, but it's happening.
It
seems something's going. It seems like you can't trust every Shooter Scoop, but because he's too on the beat. But I don't know.
He has a comment for literally every celebrity story. Shooter Scoop will have someone talking to him and saying like, "Well, I was there and XYZ happened." So
don't you think he's a little too on the beat? Don't you think
it's making me a little.
We should be a little sus.
It's making me a little suspicious. Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, the shooter doth post too much almost.
Mm-hmm,
I think.
Mm-hmm.
But an alleged guest of this wedding
Too many scoops.
An alleged guest of this wedding spoke to Robyn, said, quote, "This wasn't about space. The ceremony had family everywhere. Arnold, Maria, Catherine, Chris Pratt, but no Jack." They're talking about Jack Schlossberg here, so this is about Schlossberg and Baena. "The guest list was curated, and he was left out. One guest said, quote, 'Isn't Jack a cousin? Why isn't he here?' recalls another insider. 'It felt deliberate, not accidental.'"
So they left out Jack Schlossberg. Well, Jack Schlossberg has really called out the Schwarzenegger
I'm not surprised
clan.
he's not there.
He's not a fan of that side of the family.
He's busy writing for Vogue, He has stories to file.
Yeah, he's the Vogue political correspondent who did one correspondence.
Yeah.
Or two, maybe 1 to 2 correspondence total. Can't wait for the next.
Chloe Mel is definitely firing his ass. We don't need it.
I'm not even sure he was employed. Oh, they feuded over the Met Gala at one point, Patrick and Jack. They're just cousins. You gotta like all your cousins.
They're always like ribbing each other on Twitter. It's annoying.
But his entire family from the White Lotus was there, except for maybe Parker Posey.
Parker Posey was not there,
I don't see Parker. I don't see Parker. She was like, "I'm not going to this fucking wedding. Am I going to fucking Idaho?
Idaho? No."
It's kind of actually funny that she's not there.
She probably sent a nice gift, though.
Moving on.
I can't believe this
we have
happened
another
again.
age reveal, but I don't really care about this, I have to say, because the last one felt very, and I want to say the difference, like, because I feel like in the last one it felt like
a generational shift.
Well, women are pressured to be younger at every point in Hollywood and every other entertainment industry. So when a woman maybe flubs an age a few years, I don't give a fucking shit. Like, that does not bother me. This does not bother me. This woman said she was 27, but she's 33. The other one was like, I'm 22, and she was like 35. And she was playing a teenager. And I'm like, okay, that's a little egregious. No?
No, I think there's a fine line, and this hasn't crossed the line to me.
It doesn't matter. Right. So, but the other thing, she also is playing a teenager, I guess. The Sun was just like on a roll from their last scoop. They said, who else is lying about their age?
Yeah.
Why don't you go after a man next or something? Like, why don't you fact check some man's age? They're lying too.
Quote, "It's true. I can confirm because I knew her personally in 2010 at Cal State LA. She was definitely not 12. She was 17 at that time."
She was definitely not 12.
She was definitely not 12. Did you watch Never Have I Ever? She was like
maybe
she was like
maybe a
eighth
few
build
episodes.
in that show. She wasn't even one of
Right,
the
that's
main
what I'm saying.
stars.
She's not even. That's why I feel like they're really kind of going after this kind of unnecessary targets to kind of redact their ages or something. The funny thing, somebody bolded here, I assume it's you, is that she booked her first role as a co-star on ABC's Super Fun Night with another age liar, Rebel Wilson.
No, that's the poetry here.
Yeah. The original I Lied About My Age diva, who then went around and won money off of the lying.
Part of me feels like this is where she got the idea.
Yeah,
she was her
maybe.
mentor.
Oh my God, maybe. Maybe.
She was like, nice to meet
That's
you.
funny.
I'm 25. And Rebel was like, no, you're 19. Sorry, you're 19.
Rebel immediately
Trust
knew
me.
her age. Was like, go girl. Get after it, girl. You may win a settlement.
Okay, moving on to one of the most
This is just like
disgusting,
two losers.
but
being
I think
losers.
it's funny because they are two losers. They're like the biggest
It's
country
two
losers.
Losers. I can't tell you who's a bigger loser. They're literally dead even of loserdom. I will tell you I like Zach Bryan's music, and Gavin Adcock I cannot listen to.
I can't
which is
stand his music.
saying something for me because I could listen to a lot of shitty country music, but he is not good.
So Zach Bryan is a country singer who is definitely a country them. Gavin Adcock, I'm familiar with him. I don't like him. He's not as famous as Zach Bryan, I would say.
Zach Bryan's pretty famous at this point.
Yeah, very. And also Zach Bryan has had more high-profile relationships than Gavin Adcock has.
Well, we love Brianna Chicken Fry. We'll get there because there is a Brianna Chicken
There's
Fry
an update
at the end of this story.
But Gavin Adcock and Zach Bryan are both similarly like real country white guys with big necks who look like they're going to beat you up while they're wasted, right?
Totally. They've both like punched drywall is what I'm saying.
Right. They have holes all over their houses.
You know when you meet someone and you're like, oh, you've punched through drywall. And it's like...
Or you've
like at
punched
a
through
house
what you
party.
thought was drywall and it was actually concrete, and then you got like bloody knuckles or something. Like these are like nasty guys. And Gavin has complained about they have this feud. I don't know. It's probably all in
funny.
their heads. They really hate each other, and Gavin is the one who's constantly like talking shit about Zach Bryan.
Well, the feud started because Zach Bryan, who is a terminally online poster, unfortunately, to his he is like an asshole, but he also loves to post, cannot stop posting. He some kid commented on his TikTok like we waited like hours to meet him, and he didn't even roll down
like
the
a
window to say
14-year-old
hi.
kid. Yes.
Or whatever, but Zach Bryan didn't know that. So somebody commented that, and then he commented on the Instagram like, you're not entitled after somebody plays 2.5 hours for a picture or a hello. I went out and took pictures last night and 3. I had a you shouldn't even jump in and justify this. He basically did not need to post a comment. He posted the comment like, get off my dick. I just played an entire show. I was tired. I don't need to meet every single person who's waiting there, no matter how long they wait.
And then Gavin posted on Twitter, if you can't handle the criticism of a 14-year-old,
just wait. Before that happened, the kid responded and said, I'm 14. I just want to point that. So that was the funniest part of this exchange was he went after this person, did not know anything about them, obviously did not know they were a kid or an adult or anything. And the kid responded oh, I'm 14. And that's a good way to kind of shut the person up, you know?
And then Gavin Adcock went on Twitter and said, if you can't handle the criticism of a 14-year-old, why do people idolize you? That kid was head over heels to meet you and his parents spent a ton of money to see you. He's got feelings too, feeling too. It's a lot of typos in this. And you're a, quote, grown man, nearly 30. They're the only reason you are around, which is...
So Gavin Adcock said, you're ungrateful. Let's be fair. Gavin Adcock is kind of jumping on Zach Bryan's publicity train and being like, honk, honk, I'm here too, and I want some publicity.
It was a pre-existing hatred that this guy had of Zach, right? Like, they didn't like each other. And so,
I think so. And then he went on a podcast for Rolling Stone's Nashville Now podcast, and he was like, let me talk some more shit. He was like...
He's different. In real life, he's really an asshole, but people think that he's nice. And it's sort of like, do people think that he's nice?
We know he's an asshole.
He said something
Everyone knows.
He wears a mask. He has a mask in public. It's not his real vibe.
Zach Bryan
and it's like, what?
Is famously an asshole. Everyone knows he's an asshole. That is not TBD. He is an asshole.
But he loves talking about how he's an asshole. Gavin Adcock was doing a show at a country music festival in Oklahoma. And Zach Bryan was not on the bill. He was not on the bill. And then I guess he did a surprise show. So when he showed up, Gavin is surprised. And then the cameras turn on when they interact with each other. Gavin is on the one side of a barbed wire fence, or just a normal chain link fence with barbed wire at the top. And Zach Bryan is on the other side, and they're fighting. They're yelling at each other. They're like, why don't you come over here and fight me? Like, why don't you whatever.
Like,
and then,
hold me back, man. Hold me. I'm going to get him.
And Zach is like punching the chain link fence, and he's like, hey. He doesn't try. He climbs a chain link fence. He grabs the barbed wire, goes over it, and starts trying to attack Gavin. The security people have to stop him. Like,
that's crazy.
There are no close-ups of his hand, but I'm assuming that he has bloody hands after this. He climbed a barbed wire fence. And then Gavin posts the video on his Instagram and adds the caption, which is very Trumpian. Unfortunately, it did make me laugh, though. When you get death threats from Sack Cryin', which is what he calls him,
that's
Sack
funny.
Cryin' before you headline in his hometown, eat a Snickers, bro. Then eat a Snickers. It's like, I don't even really understand the eat a Snickers, bro part.
I don't even get that part.
It's
okay.
like,
It
just
seems
have
like
a Snickers
be...
and calm down instead of climbing a barbed wire fence. But then
like
he
you're a
posted
baby or
this
something?
video. If you scroll down, he posted another video because Gavin is also like, can't stop posting. A video of him shotgunning a Miller Lite as the caption above him says, dude is the biggest, quote, I'll sue you bro of all time. Too smart to fight little boys. He's saying he's too smart to fight little boys, meaning Zach.
He comes in with his 2 security guards, big 6'4" guys, real tough guy, you know, and sees me standing between the buses. We were about to do a cold plunge. He said some cutty stuff, walked on, and then proceeded to linger around the bus for about an hour and a half while we were sitting in there watching some college football. And he finally left. And then I was outside smoking one, and he pulled by in a truck and then made this big old fence situation. And I wasn't going to fight him because I had a show to play. I had business to take care of. Hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. 10,000 of his hometown fans out there screaming my name and screaming F him. Which I thought was hilarious. And so, yeah, I just basically talked some dirt with him until he raged out and climbed over the fence.
I got that, but also, like, dude is not the biggest I'll sue you, bro. He jumped a chain link fence to come punch you. Like, that's pretty active.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, not to defend Zach Bryan, whose music is better, but just, like, he came after your ass physically.
Yeah.
That's not like, I'll sue you, basically.
Gavin is one of the country guys who was like, Beyonce isn't country music. Like, he's one of those.
Yeah, he's very concerned. He's very, very concerned about what is and what is not country music. Meanwhile, have you ever heard his music? It's like,
it's horrible.
It's actually like
you
the equivalency of climbing
a
chain link fence and wrapping your hand around the barbed wire. That's what it feels like or sounds like. I'll play some.
Girl, you try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. But that's your fault, hell, you brought in this outside dog.
And we teased a Brianna Chicken Fry update, and the update is that Zach Bryan is dating someone who looks just like Brianna Chicken Fry.
Wait, doesn't she though?
She looks
Tell me she
identical.
doesn't.
If you told me that was Brianna Chicken Fry, I would have said, okay, I believe that.
Yeah, like they're identical, and it's very clear. Although this was mostly pointed out by Dave Portnoy, who is obviously a
broken clocks
chicken fry ally, chicken fry ally. Zach Bryan is dating this woman who looks exactly like her, and she's realizing things. Just saying, she's out here realizing things. She's growing.
Do we even know what this woman's name is? Her name is like Samantha.
Yeah, it's
Samantha Leonard. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't really know anything about her. She just looks like Brianna Chicken Fry.
And Chicken Fry went on TikTok and was like, free Palestine.
I know.
So Chicken Fry is so much beyond, even though she's still allied with with fucking Barstool Sports, she is growing and changing beyond Zach Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need his ass.
Yeah.
And I think what we see through the media has been, I don't know, it's just been so this side or that side. And I didn't know, like, I'm just being honest with you. I didn't know what opinion to form because I didn't even know what fucking news sources were correct, what information was true. And just hearing from someone that went to help people that are being literally starved, shot, and blown up every day, it's just mind-blowing to me that more people aren't talking about it. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because the physician that went over there said that's all they want is for their voices to be heard and for people to remember that they're human fucking beings. I'll honestly get kicked off TikTok if I sat here and talked about everything that he saw and witnessed in Gaza. So I really do urge you to watch Theo Von's podcast with him.
I want to be famous.
I got a Helix story.
Me too.
Oh, you want to go first?
I mean, I'm pretty sure our stories are the same. Mine was that I was out of town staying at a friend's house over the weekend in a guest bedroom, and I slept terribly. The friend will not be named.
This is every time we talk about Helix. It's like we both went on a trip.
Was I in a
and
hotel? Was I at an
mattresses
Airbnb? Was I in a house? Was I at my parents' house? It's like every time I get into another bed, I'm like, here we go. Odds are slim it's going to be comfortable.
My story is that two friends of mine upgraded their queen to a king and they got a Helix. And I was like, that is the ultimate luxury.
That's
I
a
can't
flex.
imagine.
Yeah.
Like you are going to have the sleep of a lifetime on your king-size Helix mattress.
That was probably tailor-made for them.
Yeah, because it was tailor-made from them via the sleep quiz, the iconic Helix sleep quiz, which you can take. And it will tell you exactly what kind of mattress works for your preferences, your sleep preferences, you know?
Yeah. I like I think it's a Midnight Luxe Queen. It's cool, which is great during the summer months. It's just the right firmness. I cannot sleep well unless I am sleeping on it. I love my mattress so much. My sleep is better there than it is on other mattresses because I'm kind of like a sensitive sleeper. I wake up to like just the smallest amount of light and motion and whatever.
You're a sensitive sleeper.
So that's why I like my Helix. It actually makes me quite comfortable. And you can love your Helix too. Go to helixsleep.com/who for 25% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/who for 25% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/who. You know how travel always seems to cost more than you expect? What if it didn't? Imagine a way to travel that feels personal, comfortable, and connected without the price tags and the sterile vibes of hotels or short-term rentals. That's exactly what Kindred provides. Lindsay, you've used Kindred. How does it work?
I love Kindred. I've actually used it, and I think it's really fantastic. This is so great that we're doing an ad for Kindred because I've used it. It's a members-only home swapping network. It's not a hotel. It's not a short-term rental. It is something different. With Kindred, your home is your ticket. You earn credits by hosting fellow members, and you use those credits to stay in over 220,000 homes in over 100 cities worldwide. You put your place on there. Other people put their places on there. It's like real people's houses. So you can really have like a great experience. Exactly. It's like the holiday. You're doing a literal home swap, but they use credits, so no money is exchanged, which is really nice. It's completely free to join for owners and renters alike. And when you travel with Kindred, there are no hotel costs or rental fees. You just use the credits you've earned. Every stay comes with white glove service, 24/7 trip support, and $100,000 in host protection. So you can focus on the memories, not the logistics. It's great. I use it. It felt like staying in someone else's house. It was very easy. And as a host, I've used it. It's great. They send you towels. They send a cleaner. It's like, it's all taken care of. It's so great.
You stay in my apartment, I stay in yours. Apply now at livekindred.com and use code WHO to join for free. Plus, you'll earn 5 free nights of travel credit just for signing up. That's livekindred.com/who. livekindred.com, code WHO.
I want to be famous.
Another feud. In a way funnier, in a way not as funny. I just think that anything Robyn Dixon says is funny.
Well, I kind of think this is a performative thing. I'm not really sure I believe this to be an actual feud.
So you think it's a performative, like Housewives, all press is good press sort of thing?
I think K. Michelle is the ultimate performance. Like, she's performing. I think she knows what she's doing. I think she's smart. I think she's funny. Like, her getting in the comments like this and coming after Robyn, I don't know. And then people think that she's going to be on Atlanta.
Well, that's why this started, because Robyn Dixon and Giselle Bryant still do their Reasonably Shady podcast.
Oh, trust me. I'm sure they're still like milking that cow.
The number of times I've had a Reasonably Shady hat in the cart and almost bought it is like, it's too many to count.
What, you actually need it?
I know. It's kind of crazy that I don't have a Reasonably Shady hat.
Is it not? Is it silk lined like
I think
Robyn's?
It's silk lined. No, satin lined.
Satin lined.
Of course it's satin lined. Please.
I think you need it. It's will be good for your hair follicles.
So Robyn, Dixon, and Giselle were talking about some rumors about Real Housewives on their show. Despite the fact that Robyn Dixon is no longer on Real Housewives of Potomac, she can still be a commentator about Real Housewives.
Well, she's the ultimate, never gonna shut up, but won't do anything.
And she says, I have a clip. I don't have to play it here. You can play it in the actual edit. But she basically says oh, I heard that K. Michelle is going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she has this rant where she's like,
speaking of Atlanta. Yes, I love Atlanta-ish. I think Atlanta has run out of people. No. What do you mean run out of people? So apparently Real Housewives of Atlanta has K. Michelle from Love and Hip Hop on their show.
Okay, you had to clarify that though. Okay, but we're going to speak to that, but go ahead.
And Married to Medicine has Angel from Basketball Wives on their show.
Okay, so are we rinsing and recycling?
That's what it looks like. So I'm like, out of all the people in Atlanta, now they're like, I really thought the the network or the shows tried to avoid crossovers from different networks.
True.
But I am like, Atlanta is running out of people because you're using people from other networks now.
But that's but 85, it stays on traffic. So they're not running out of people. Right. They got plenty of people in Atlanta.
Right, with 6 lanes.
She goes into Married to Medicine, and she's like, we have all of this incestuousness among these Atlanta-based shows. Why can't we find new talent? That's her argument.
They always said they were reasonably shady.
Yes.
I would say that's reasonably shady.
And Giselle...
It's reasonable.
It's
and
reasonable.
shady.
And Giselle says, well, my take is I think K. Michelle is awesome. And she's like an OG Love and Hip Hop woman. I think she's great on television. I think K. Michelle should be on this. And Robyn disagrees. After this gets posted, K. Michelle posts a comment under the video and says, why are you so worried about me and my overly educated and successful self? And what might I be doing? Robyn, you ran out of a job a long time ago. You would love to be recycled, you little couch potato. Recycled meaning put on a different show.
Yeah.
Just yapping.
Recycled.
You should have ran through that hotel lobby where your husband was, lady. Giselle, you look beautiful. Leave me alone and go yodel in peace. I'm around here selling out shows and you're selling baseball hats, but you're worried about me and what I might be doing? The nerve of this couch potato.
It is so funny that the only person who doesn't have a problem with Giselle is K. Michelle. Giselle is enemy number one, and somehow she's like, Giselle, you look beautiful.
You look beautiful. And you know what? She does.
Giselle's only fan is K. Michelle.
So after that got posted, Robyn posted a selfie of her looking stunning, smiling in her baseball cap on a couch, and said, still selling satin lined baseball hats from my couch. I love it here.
She's so funny.
I love her.
Robyn Dixon 10. You should buy a baseball hat from her.
I should. I have to play this because
I just took a DNA test and it turns out I 100% don't care.
Where you think that is going, it doesn't go. And every time I hear it, I think it's going to go somewhere else, and it goes somewhere different. And that is why Robyn Dixon is the OG and the number one OG.
I was sitting on the couch like a couch potato yesterday afternoon, clipping stuff for the show, and I was reading about Robyn and K. Michelle's feud, and I was like,
a couch potato.
Yeah, I was being a couch potato, but I wasn't in a hat, and I had to pull up that clip, so I found the opening to that season of Real Housewives so I could clip it, and Josh just heard that and started laughing independently. He doesn't know who Robyn Dixon is, and he cracked up at I just took a DNA test and I 100% don't care.
I just took a DNA test and I 100% don't care. I think
bad.
of you doing a 23andMe and it comes back and it's like, congratulations, you 100% don't care, and you're like,
yes. I was hoping I didn't care. I have to hear it again.
You got me.
I just took a DNA test, and it turns out I 100% don't care.
Don't care. I'm 80% Polish, 10%, Ashkenazi, 10% don't care.
No, you 100% don't care.
Oh, right, true. Sorry.
They're like, Lindsay, you're not Polish or Ashkenazi. You just don't care.
100% don't care.
You call your parents, you're like, I found out some weird news. I just took a DNA test and it turns out I 100% don't care.
Don't care. I'm posting on my Instagram guys, I'm going to go discover my ancestry. I'm traveling around the world to figure out who else doesn't care.
Okay, so that feud is over. Also, I think K. Michelle is going to be on a Housewives franchise. Atlanta makes sense. and she'll be great. Why wouldn't you hire K. Michelle for your reality show? It's really
if you
insane.
have the opportunity to hire K. Michelle, you hire K. Michelle.
Yeah.
It's not a question. It's a when. It's not a why or a if. It's a when. Like if she's available, you hire her. I think she's kind of too busy like putting out country music.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I feel like she might not even whatever. But I guess if you get the offer to be on TV in terms of staying famous, you go on television.
Yeah.
That is a lesson that K. Michelle definitely has learned.
I just took a DNA test, and it turns out I 100% don't care.
Can we move on to this headline you're obsessed with?
So this, I was, again, just doing my nightly scroll, and I saw this on Daily Mail. Exclusive, quote, they've never had a meaningful friendship, : why Hugh Jackman's girlfriend, Sutton Foster, hasn't grown close to his best friend's wife, Blake Lively. The way it took me, like, several seconds to realize that realize the sort of absurdity of saying that Hugh Jackman's best friend is Ryan Reynolds is really cracking me up. Like, I know they're professionally, like, connected pretty closely, right? But, like, best friend? And it's also crazy to use the word girlfriend when you're talking about Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster. Hugh Jackman's girlfriend, Sutton Foster, like, we need another word for when you're, like, 60-something and dating Sutton Foster because, I mean, partner.
We need another word for Hugh Jackman dating Sutton Foster. It can't be girlfriend. It needs to be a wholly new word. Like it doesn't exist yet,
Business partner or something. Like they're not, it just feels like a misnomer.
So this is the shadiest thing because the Daily Mail is just coming for anything that like disses Blake Lively at this point. Like they are like deep in the Blake Lively slander pocket, I think. They
hate her.
They hate her. So they're like, what's a new angle to go after Blake Lively? We've already talked about how Taylor Swift maybe hates her. We already talked about, Justin Baldoni. We already talked about the court case, which seems like it might even end up in court.
The deposition stuff.
I'll be shocked, but it seems to be still on the docket or whatever. They're like, oh, let's do a piece. Can you imagine the intern posting this? Can you imagine the journalist proposing this? Let's do a piece about why, even though Hugh Jackman, who worked with Ryan Reynolds, that's why they're good friends. They worked together. They promoted together. They did the superhero crossover thing together. That's why they're not whatever. They're quote best friends. They're best friends. Why Sutton Foster had become close to Blake Lively. Meanwhile, in what amount of time? Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
I was just expecting this to be like, I laughed at this headline and I was like, gotta read this. I wanted something juicier. I wanted it to be like, oh, they hate each other. They had like a very weird, tense interaction at a restaurant together. No, it's just like they're cordial. I think I bolded some of these quotes. The women get along, but they don't have a real relationship where they confide in each other or spend time with each other without their famous significant others present because, quote, there's no real affinity, the source said. Who said they have to be friends? Like, I don't understand.
This article is giving like a couple like going on a double date and like the wife is friends with the other wife, but then the husbands are like not friends and they're like, no, just like maybe you'll get closer. Maybe you'll just spend some time together.
No,
like
you can join his fantasy football league. I don't play fantasy football,
like
but
sports.
Maybe he games too. Oh, okay. I'm more intrigued by yet another shooter scoop that made me laugh so hard because this is yet another Rob Shooter has a source in every possible celebrity bucket.
But he has a source that's like eloquent in every example. And I find it very hard to believe that each source is like the best writer, but somehow they're giving quotes that are like beautiful.
This one says, sources tell Shooter Scoop that Hugh Jackman's romance with Broadway star Sutton Foster has hit serious turbulence, leaving him questioning if he has made a huge mistake. Quote, this is from the source, which again, he has many. He blew up his life for her. His marriage, his family, his stability. Now he's sitting in the wreckage wondering if it's worth it. And then it goes on to say,
oh my God.
He thought Sutton was the next chapter, but it's not what he imagined. There's tension, distance, and a lot of regret. He expected romance and renewal. Instead, it feels like heartbreak all over again.
Oh my God.
This is so intense.
Meanwhile, Radar is like also on the beat. Exclusive, Trouble in Paradise. Sutton Foster's divorce drama with lingering ex-husband is destroying Hugh Jackman's proposal plans. It's a dark cloud over here. It's a dark cloud over
here.
So,
that's true.
It's a dark cloud over here. That's me when I see Sutton Foster and Hugh Jackman walking down Fifth Avenue.
Sutton is
I'm like, there's a dark cloud.
Sutton is a positive and upbeat person, so she does her best to put on a happy face for Hugh. but he can see that she's struggling, and he hates that he can't just swoop in and fix this for her. He's dying to propose, but he knows the timing would be terrible. He's got no choice but to wait, which is killing him. So these are two opposing sources we have. Like, someone's telling Rob Shooter that there's trouble in paradise and that Hugh Jackman feels like he's sitting in the wreckage of his own making, and then someone else is telling Rita that they're so in love and so happy, but Sutton's previous marriage is making it hard for Hugh to fully express his love for her, you know?
Yeah. No, and honestly, who else at the bottom of this is getting the same beat? Wait,
it's the other Broadway stars who were together.
The National Enquirer is also kind of harping on this. The ex doesn't want to let her go, that the divorce is dragging on, even though Hugh is like trying to move things forward. He's dying to propose.
Mm-hmm.
So National Enquirer and Radar, who I guess are kind of similar, both have that scoop, while Shooter has the other side, which is like he hates her ass. So it's like, who to believe? Who to believe? And the Daily Mail is just literally writing fanfic about how they can't double date.
Right. The Daily Mail is Wattpad sometimes, and that's fine.
Yeah, they're giving Wattpad, it's true.
I want to be famous.
You know that feeling when the days start getting shorter, the air turns crisp, and all you want to do is make your space feel cozy, extra cozy.
I know that feeling.
Throws and candles, and you're just like, what should I add here, like, to make me feel like it's Christmas every day? That's exactly what I was thinking the other day, and I knew Wayfair was the perfect place to start. I just, they're here. It's like, what we use to make your house cozy. I got a solar powered lantern. Ooh. That's such a good Wayfair find. You got a cozy blender.
I got a very cozy blender. You can use it to make cozy
soups.
It doesn't have to just be furniture at Wayfair or decor. It can be appliances. I bought a freaking blender on Wayfair and I love it.
Does it make you feel cozy?
Yeah, I made a cozy gazpacho. I make cozy gazpacho often. I made a cozy pesto recently. Make cozy smoothies. I'm so cozy when I make a blended food.
They've got everything from bedding and seasonal decor to storage solutions, kitchen essentials, and even work from home setups, all curated by style with options for every budget. The delivery is fast and free, which made the process even easier. There's really something for every style and every home. Cozify your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates, from recliners to autumn decor. Find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Who Weekly is brought to you by Squarespace, which is the way we have a website. WhoWeekly.us, which we talk about at the end of every episode, is a Squarespace website, and it will always be a Squarespace website. And it's so easy to do anything on Squarespace, from add embeds of your podcast to include a contact form. Most people who contact Who Weekly contact us through whoweekly.us, thanks to Squarespace's contact form. Lets us promote our tours, etc. Lets us share our press with all the good press that we get. We couldn't have an online presence without Squarespace. It's crucial to the success of our podcast. So if you want to be like us and have a website that's easy to edit, easy to just apply for. Like, we got our URL through Squarespace too. All of it can be done at Squarespace. Squarespace gives you cutting-edge tools to create a stunning, one-of-a-kind website. No coding required. You can get a fully customized site that fits your brand perfectly in just a few clicks. If you're ready to get started, head to squarespace.com/who for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code WHO to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You know what doesn't belong in your fall plans? Stressing over a wireless bill. You might get hit with surprise fees, overage charges, and just more than you were expecting paying. So that's why you should switch to Mint Mobile. Everything might change for you. Mint gives you unlimited text, talk, and high-speed data on the nation's largest 5G network. So the coverage and speed are just like the big carriers, but the price is way better. Right now, new customers can get 3 months off unlimited premium wireless service for just $15 a month. It's super easy to switch. You can keep your phone, your number, and all your contacts. No contracts, no hidden fees, and no headaches. The service is solid, fast, reliable, and with a bill that actually makes you smile instead of cringe. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/who. That's mintmobile.com/who. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for the first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
I want to be famous.
We have to move on to relationships because something crazy is happening in the world of tennis and reality television. and that is that Brooks Nader is sort of challenging. She's challenging.
She said, don't even fucking challenge me. I will fuck both of these tennis guys that are currently playing in the U.S. Open, which is what anybody's talking about. You think you guys are having good seats at the U.S. Open? I'm fucking them both.
I'm fucking them, and I have good seats.
Yeah. Did she even go? She did go,
she
I
went.
assume. Yeah.
She went. She sat next to Stephen Colbert and his wife.
You guys were at the U.S. You were at the U.S. Open on Sunday, and you're sitting there with the Colberts, Stephen
Yes.
Evie Colbert. Were you
Icons.
there with them, or was this a coincidence?
This was a coincidence.
Are you dating the Italian tennis superstar Jannik Sinner? Go ahead.
Is this like an interrogation? I'm so scared right now.
It is, and you're under oath.
Oh my God. Well, ask Stephen what match we were at. I don't think he was playing in that one. You're close, you're warm.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's somebody else?
You're warm, but we weren't at that match.
Oh, okay.
This is amazing. Brooks Nader was dating both Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner during the U.S. Open, source. Because we skipped this because I was kind of Brooks Nadered out, or like a little Brooks Nadered
it's exhausting.
weary, even though I do think she is kind of the Who of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But I was
true.
Brooks Nadered out after watching her entire show in like one sitting, essentially, which really like fried my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And it was reported that she was dating Sinner, and then somebody denied, and then it was denied, and then it was reported that she was dating Alcaraz, and then it was kind of like downplayed. And I was like, doesn't seem like it's over, or let's just skip it for now because it's too much Brooks Nader. And I'm so glad we waited, because now the third report, or the fourth report to come out from Page 6 is that she actually dated them both.
It was really both. And the source on both of these stories, see, when I was reading it, when this started happening like a week ago, I was like, okay, so this is like misreporting. She's probably dating one of them, and someone got confused as to which one it was. Or she was really dating one of them, and then there was rumored to be dating another one, but it wasn't actually true. But then her sister, Grace Ann Nader, one of the other stars of Love Thy Nader, confirmed both at separate times. So one week she was like, she's dating a tennis player whose name rhymes with winner. And then another time she just fully said she was dating Carlos Alcaraz, but that it wasn't really dating. It was like too casual for that. So I think she's just fucking these two guys, which is her right.
Or I think she was fucking one and then she was fucking the other.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
not
not at
simultaneously.
the same
but
time. And maybe they weren't like touching tips. It wasn't as challengery where they were like, we're best friends from childhood, and like
I see
we're
what you
also
mean.
kind of maybe gonna kiss, you know?
Yeah.
I think she dated the number 1 and number 2 seeds.
Yeah,
That's
she's
crazy.
incredible.
She's so incredible.
She's
for this.
incredible.
This is like the most amazing thing ever. She really one-upped herself. I mean, she basically teased one on the show and then one the sister revealed. Is that what you just said?
Yes. But the sister is the one who revealed all of this, Grace Ann. She revealed both. Grace Ann did both. That's what's so funny. Grace, in 2 different instances. One, I think, was on the red carpet, and another was on like a Bravo Sirius show. On the red carpet, she said...
She's so annoying. On the show, Grace Ann is like so annoying, which is amazing that this like kind of rolls over into real life, that she doesn't shut up.
On Page 6 Radio, which is a Sirius show, she said, quote, she's dating a guy who rhymes with winner, okay? Then on the red carpet at some fashion thing, she goes, the rumors are true. The rumors meaning that she's dating Carlos Alcaraz.
She did this on the Raising Cane's
which we'll get to.
New York Fashion Week show.
She said, the rumors are true. Dating is such a loose term, but I do know he's the man of the hour, meaning Carlos.
Oh my God. She can't even give her sister the dignity of dating the man. She's like, she's fucking him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grace Ann Nader hates Brooks Nader. I'm sorry.
They all hate each other. That's what makes the show kind of compelling, because they have to pretend to be
Can't wait
like
for season 2.
sisters who are doing like pillow fights on their bed like every single night, but at the same time they're like, I hate you for staging an intervention for my alcohol, dependence when I was 22 years old. Like they're constantly fighting.
Grace Ann's the one that at the end of the show, when they were all at Henrietta Hudson's, was doing splits in the middle of the floor and was like, I'm not trying to steal attention from the lesbians here, but I can do a split. And she just like kept doing splits.
And all the lesbians are like limply applauding. It's really funny.
They're like, yay, girl. Go, girl.
Yes. Grace Ann is also
Meanwhile,
the one.
there's like bright lights on them,
Yes. Grace Ann is also the one who had the intervention done for her alcohol dependency, and then got resentful of the intervention being staged, and then staged an intervention for Brooks's Ozempic use to get back at her. So like these
Yes, of
women are
course.
like very special. They're very special.
If you want like a 30-minute rundown of this show, like, we did it on Patreon. That's why we
Oh, yeah. We know
we're still
everything.
recovering from having watched the show.
But you
so you can head
mentioned-
to our patreon.com/ShoeWeekly and listen to the Love Thy Nader recap
Yes.
of the entire series.
You mentioned the Raising Cane's New York Fashion Week show, which was on September 10th.
Oh, I did. Oh, I mentioned it.
I was surprised not just by the fact that this Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers Fashion Week show happened, but that it's at least the second year in a row, because I was looking up other images of this and I was finding content from September 2024. This isn't the first time Raising Cane's has been
very reality star heavy.
Yeah.
It's like reality stars who are not models, and somehow Brooks
Who are on,
Nader,
like,
who
Love
I know is
Island.
actual model. You had the Love Island winner. You had our favorite Livy Dunn. You had who else? Sierra from Traders and Summer House. Like the other Naders, Sarah Jane was there, of course, at one point. It's very it's kind of cheesy, not to kind of pun intended.
Well, it's
like
just
chicken fingers. Get it?
visual. Yeah, it's
You
just
could
visually
dip them in
very
cheese.
confusing to see like 5 glamorous women not wearing Raising Cane's merch, which is what they do sell. They have a fashion line of like clothes, but like I don't know, wearing actual fashion, like wearing actual glam underneath the sign that says Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers Fashion Week. Like, it's a very strange image.
Right. I'm confused too, because it's like, is this Raising Cane's couture, or is it like other kind of I assume it's other fashion
other designers,
makers, designers that are like having their work like go down this Raising Cane's runway worn by these kind of like buzzy women.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We can move on.
Okay, big split. People are really gagged about this.
Can't believe it.
Kelsey Ballerini and Chase Stokes. That's right. Do you know who any of those people are?
I do.
You do if you listen to this show. You do. I know you
Yeah.
do. Kelsey Ballerini is an iconic country singer who broke up from her longtime boyfriend and immediately he got slid. Chase Stokes from the show Outer Banks slid into her DMs and they got together and have been together for 5 days.
5 days?
Years. I meant to say years, which is real. But the days thing was because people are really stressed about this, because only 2 days before they announced their breakup, he posted this like really nice birthday post for her. So people were really confused because that happened.
They haven't been dating for 5 years. They've been dating for like 3 years.
5 years.
5 years? Yeah, like 3. Yeah,
So
she was married to Morgan Evans for 5 years and then dumped him in 2022.
thank you.
She's been with Chase since 2022. Yeah, that's the 5
Chase
that you
Stokes
confused.
shared tribute to Kelsey Ballerini 2 days before split. Update. A rep for Kelsey Ballerini confirmed to Us Weekly on Sunday, September 14th, that the singer and Chase Stokes called it quits just 2 days after he shared a celebratory post in honor of her birthday. I do love that they had to go for comment to the people, to the the publicity people, and be like, but he just posted a birthday post for her. How could that be? He just posted a birthday post for her. Please confirm.
Well, he posted the birthday post on Friday, September 12th, which is her birthday.
Well,
I think
there
that
you go.
maybe she wanted to wait until a little bit after 9/11 to break up with him.
Yeah, but do you think he was just blindsided? Is that like
That's what it
we're-
seems.
Is that what,
That's how it seems.
Okay.
I don't think he was trying to obscure any breakup. I think like she was like, I'll wait until after my birthday. And then
Oh, I was wrong. She slid into his DMs. Sorry, I really did not want to get that wrong.
his handle is Hi Chase Stokes. And I just said, Hi Chase Stokes.
I mean, they were a hot couple. It's kind of sad. The comment they gave to people, or the comment their people gave to people, quote, they're two adults who gave their all and tried to do everything they could to make it work, but ultimately couldn't. It happens. It's very like, kind of just like, okay. It happens.
The addition to this news is that recently Chase Stokes has been, according to Dumois, so take it with a grain of salt, has been spotted with his ex, Madeline Klein, who was also on Outer
but
Banks.
I don't believe this, because there are also rumors that are more credible than this Dumois post that he cheated on her when they initially broke up, because they were on the show together, then they dated, then reportedly he cheated on her, which is way more credible in terms of what happened with that unfolding than this just random, oh, they're reunited, oh, they're back together, or whatever.
So I thought this was podcast mouth, and then it turns out it wasn't technically podcast mouth because she said it on an Instagram live. But Janelle Evans says that at one point in time, years ago, Lil Wayne slid into her DMs and flew her out to Los Angeles for, quote, a rendezvous.
That's crazy.
She said, he flew me out. I met him. Things were cool. Did I hook up with him? No. Did he want to? Yes, but I wanted to go out to dinner and get to know each other first.
No, he DM'd her, be mine, which is great. And then she wrote, say no more, king. Where and when? You made my day, though. Not going to lie. Thanks for the smile. And then he got her phone number.
And he put her on a
asked
flight.
for her phone number.
He put her on a flight to LA.
Wow, that's wild. Lil Wayne watching Teen Mom 2 and going after Janelle Evans. That's a great story if true.
But then Page Six reached out to Lil Wayne and they were like, "Is this true?" And he never responded to them.
Of course not.
Lil Wayne's on like a health journey now. Did you see those photos? He's like getting
Is he getting ripped or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I just
That's
saw
good.
that. Yeah.
Good for him. I think he aged a lot during his lean era, where he like all of a sudden looked like so much older because he seemed done. It was bad vibes.
Yeah.
'Cause he was
Moving
just
on.
drinking lean. Will Arnett's ex, Alessandra Braun, is dating Emrata's ex, Sebastian
He
Bear.
sucks. I don't know much about Alessandra Braun. I remember when she dated Will Arnett because that was very.
They have a kid together.
They have a kid together, right? That was right post Amy Poehler. But Emily Ratajkowski's ex really sucks, Sebastian Bear McLeod, and they
Yeah,
are
he sucks.
apparently dating.
So they're dating.
Bad idea.
She has a kid with this guy. She has a kid with Will Arnett, and she also has a kid with this nightlife guy, John Neidich, whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And he is like he owns like half the bars in New York that are they're buzzy, like Nines and Rays and whatever. I just thought that was interesting, and they
were married.
They were married.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's all kind of makes sense that this woman who was married to this like nightlife guy is now dating Emrata's ex, who is like an art guy.
Who's an art guy?
You know,
Who's
like
a
big New
sceney
York-
art guy? Yeah.
Yeah, these are all kind of like the same type of New York socialite people, but now we're like actually one step removed from the actual famous people, even the Who's, and so I don't have to care about this anymore.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Saoirse Ronan and Jack Lowden had their baby, and they're walking around with the
Yay.
baby. Yay, love them.
Nothing really to say about this except for congratulations.
Congratulations. I love them so
Bobby's
much.
favorite man.
It's true.
And he'll take Saoirse, but he'll replace her too.
I'll replace her. I mean, I've already photoshopped some stuff, so you've seen it.
I was gonna say he already photoshopped his face over her face.
There are photos of like Jack Lowden, Saoirse, and the baby stroller, and I like.
You want her to
No,
keep
I
the
cropped out the
baby.
baby
You'll take
stroller.
him.
I cropped out the baby stroller. In my fantasy, there's no baby stroller.
Yeah, there's no baby stroller
No.
in your fantasy relationship with Jack Lowden.
No, there's no time for the baby.
No,
We will not be having a
We're
baby.
busy.
Sorry.
We're busy.
Sorry, no.
Breakup. Bobby's favorite dog named Benson Boone.
Shut up.
Bobby's favorite dog name for a dog, Benson Boone, broke up with his girlfriend Maggie Thurman.
Oh yeah, she's an actress.
She's an actress.
Yeah, she's an actress. I've never seen anything she's been in, but she is known as an actress.
They dated for 3 years.
I love when TMZ gets the scoop but can't really bring themselves to care because they write in this very generic sort of
Sounds like me.
faux sympathetic style when they're not intrigued by the actual relationship. So just read
Totally.
this. Benson Boone and his girlfriend Maggie Thurman are donezo. ... TMZ has learned that they've broken up. Our sources tell us Benson and Maggie are no longer together, although it's unclear what led to the split. The breakup comes as fans have been noticing Benson and Maggie are no longer following each other on social media. A death knell for relationships these days. It's like they can't even try to be like excited about
No,
this.
usually they're gleeful
Yeah.
when people break up that they care about.
They got
This one, they're kind
nothing
of
to
like,
say.
we barely know who these people are. We don't even really know who Maggie is. Like, so sad. R.I.P. Bye, bye, bye. I do feel like it is very much, he's gotten famous enough where it's like time to break up with my longtime girlfriend and like, fuck around. And don't forget, he's a Mormon. So he's probably like, yay, breaking free of Mormonism and doing whatever the hell I want.
Big news. Charli XCX got married again.
Again, second time. Correction, Maddie Healy, who didn't go to the first wedding.
He was
Guess
there.
what? He went to the second one and he brought his mom, Denise.
A lot of other people came to this wedding. It was very clearly what we kind of expected to happen, which was that like there would be a party later or some event where everyone that she wanted was there because her first wedding was actually quite small, if you'll recall. And so this one was like
I
bigger, had way more paparazzi photos. It was in Italy, a lot of guests. A lot of crystal clear photographs. We have a lot of good details, including the fact that they walked down the aisle to Hero by Enrique Iglesias.
That's perfect. That's the most perfect detail. The only thing I need to know. That's amazing. And she was spotted enjoying, quote, neon orange drinks and a cigarette, according to XCX Shake, the Charli XCX fan account.
One of them.
Which is
could not
Aperol
identify
Spritz,
a Aperol Spritz. They just called them neon orange drinks.
I do love that a lot of the people we were wondering why they weren't at the last one were there, like Troy and, you know, like Amelia de Moldenberg. I wasn't wondering why she wasn't there, but I'm glad she was.
The big one was Matty Healy. He was there. They're still friends. It's not a problem.
Biba Doobie was there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Biba Doobie
and
was
Claro.
there. Yeah.
And Shy Girl. Oh my God. Everyone who like has ever been featured on a Charli song was there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You know who wasn't there? Rena.
Oh, yeah. Or Lizzo, it seems.
Yeah.
Engaged. Hemsworth brother and his model girlfriend. This is the brother, Liam, who was married to Miley. Divorced. Miley, divorced.
Yeah.
They're married.
They're married. They're divorced. Yeah.
And now he's engaged to a model.
I'm always surprised by the amount of attention that he gets, because when they got engaged and that photo was posted of her ring, I saw it all over the place. And I know our algorithm is very specific, but every time like Liam Hemsworth gets like a bunch of headlines, I'm always surprised because I just don't understand why people care about him.
Yeah. And also it's funny because in the era of rings that cost like millions of dollars, I'm like $150,000 ring is like kind of cheap. I know that's my brain. I know that's my brain malfunctioning. Like I know I have a problem with that. Like most rings do not. It's not normal. But I'm kind of like in the celebrity world. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really. I guess I just don't care about her. And I'm mad because he's about to play Geralt in The Witcher. He's replacing Henry Cavill. And I'm like, I don't appreciate that. I don't approve.
Did you watch The Witcher?
Yeah.
I know you played it, but you watched it? Okay.
Yeah, I did play it and I did watch it. It was in my gamer era, which I'm kind of out of.
Yeah, that was very COVID, your gamer era. That was like, I bought a Switch. What do I do with this?
Well, I think Louis has my Switch. I should get it back. Louis, if you have my Switch, can I have it back?
Yeah.
You don't use it either.
It looks like Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are no longer dating. Their relationship has fizzled. Quote, things fizzled with Justin Trudeau as it was never more than casual. Orlando has also been dating, but he's not looking for anything serious right now. I love these quotes. These sources are all so good.
It's incredible. And I'm not surprised. I guess it was too good to be true.
Yeah.
We
they hooked
wanted
up
it
once.
too much.
It's fine. They had dinner. They hooked up. She was in Canada. She left Canada. She was like, well, I can't continue doing this. I'm not in Canada anymore.
I can't continue dating this guy. It's so random of me.
Okay, we can end the relationship segment with the news that Eric Stonestreet, the guy who played a gay guy in Modern Family for 100 years and isn't actually gay, and every time someone realizes that, they kind of short circuit, got married.
They have a Britney Spears, Ryan Seacrest look on their face for like
he got married to Lindsay Schweitzer. They've been together for a bit, because I remember every time he like talks about her or they're spotted together, people are sort of like, what? But they finally got married.
The only reason people, I mean, okay, that's unfair. People love Modern Family.
Yeah.
Modern Family is like the Friends of, it's the post-Friends, where like that show itself garners news and all of its stars because of how popular that show was.
Yeah.
Like that, just because like
it's
people
aged
care
well.
so deeply. It's aged well, and it's just people will start watching it anytime. You know what I mean? It doesn't, it's like for everyone, weirdly.
And it's really fun. It's a funny show.
I think it's funny too.
Yeah. So he posted, it's my birthday and guess what I got? And then he posted a photo of him and his wife walking down the aisle, and it's captioned, I got married. Jesse Taylor Ferguson is the top comment, and he wrote, of all second marriages, this one is my favorite. I love you both. I'm so happy for you.
Weird thing to say, kind of. Oh, because he was the first marriage? Is he referring to him on the show, or is this actually Eric Stonestreet's second marriage?
That's a good question. Let me find this out.
Never forget that Eric Stonestreet did date Bethany Frankel. That was like one of the funniest kind of like things to happen ever, you know?
He was never married before. He's referring to his marriage to Jesse Taylor Ferguson.
His marriage on the
TV
show.
Marriage, yeah.
I also think it's sweet. He met her at he did a charity weekend with the Big Slick. I don't know what that means. It's in Kansas City, and they met. She's a pediatric nurse. So he was doing a charity, and he like met a sexy nurse and was like, hello, I'm not gay, and like in the show that you might have seen.
I think he probably has to really overdo his like non-gay affect in real life.
Truly, because that show's so popular.
Yeah. He probably has to do like straight voice on the phone.
They never want straight people to play gay people. And honestly, and straight people are always like, we can play them too. But you got to be careful because this can happen. You play a gay person, it's like an iconic role. Everybody, like forever, it becomes so popular that's like all you're known for is that one role. And it happens to be a gay guy, and then nobody will ever believe that you're straight.
I also think that
just saying.
There's a lot of, it can be annoying sometimes to watch straight guys play gay, because it always feels like, it can often feel like they're almost doing it in a disrespectful or vaguely homophobic way. I don't think people ever had that problem with Eric Stonestreet. I didn't. I thought it was a hilarious performance. He was great.
Not at all. No, not at all. And I'm just being rude, but I'm like, if you want to play gay guy so badly, you need to understand that what could happen is that you could be
You could meet a
play
sexy
gay guy
lady.
that's so popular on television that everyone thinks you're gay forever.
Yeah. It probably took like 5 dates for this woman to be convinced that he was actually straight, you know?
Oh my God, totally. Do you think every date they went on, she was like, oh, I love this like new gay guy, famous gay guy that I became friends with at this
I made a
charity
great
event.
new friend.
Hey, you know, it's a good way to meet someone too. You become good friends and then you realize he's not gay. Okay.
I love that Octavia Spencer is also one of the top comments. Octavia Spencer is on Instagram.
Is commenting on
all
everything.
the
I know.
time.
We need to have an intervention
On
for
our
her.
Hough
She's
feed,
like too online.
She's it's like Octavia Spencer liked this. Octavia Spencer commented
know.
on this. She's
I know.
always on her phone. I kind of love that.
There's something up. I know. I love it, but I'm also kind of like,
You know, she's an Operation Nikki fan. Ooh, she loves Operation Nikki.
That's crazy that Operation Nikki came up again, but also that Octavia Spencer is commenting on
She
every
loves
Operation
Nikki.
Nikki.
Okay.
We should talk about Operation Nikki on the Patreon, like specifically on the Patreon.
Yeah, we could talk about that for an hour.
If you know who Operation Nikki is, or you're now curious, you're like, your interest is like, ooh, what is that? What are they talking about? I'm going to use this as an official tease to go listen to our Patreon because we will go long on Operation
This
Nikki, who
coming
I
Sunday.
find to be very confusing and very fascinating.
It's the only reason I open Instagram these days is to go to Operation Nikki's account and like my personal one and like watch every video. It's my television.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go to Rita.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman?
So as we said, Rita did go to the Emmys with her husband Taika. She sat at the severance table. I thought Lindsay and I had a fight. I thought she looked amazing. Lindsay thought she didn't. And I think that that's great. I think that she was wearing something like exciting that, you know, was split down the middle in terms of its reception.
Didn't love the it was giving bathrobe. She was giving so tan and oily in a way that I didn't love.
was very
and then the
oily.
weird blonde bang thing I just didn't love. I didn't think it was glamour. I liked the after party look better. Do you see that if you scroll down a little?
The suit.
It made the glam look a little bit better to me, which was the glam was like this blonde bang look. She was wearing kind of a white suit, like what was that Celine Dion suit that everybody loved?
Yeah, the one that she
white
wore
suit.
backwards. It's like she wore the backwards suit forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Rita had to go to her best friend Vaz J. Morgan's after party with, naturally, Vaz J. Morgan's other best friend, Paris Jackson, Cara Delevingne, a Rita Ora former paramour, maybe, and
Dakota Fanning.
Johnson was there.
Dakota
Fanning was there.
No, not Johnson. Johnson didn't go to this party.
Fanning. Dakota Fanning was there.
This is such a motley crew. Rita Ora, Cara Delevingne, Dakota Fanning, Paris Jackson. Do you think Dakota Fanning... No, they all know each other. That's a stupid question.
Yeah.
They all know each other.
I think it's weird. It's like it gives Motley Crue, but if you've actually paid attention to Rita Ora over the years and Vaz J and all these other guys,
Dakota's confusing.
It makes complete sense.
Cara and
It
Paris
complete
make sense. Dakota's confusing to me.
Dakota's kind of random.
But I
You're
mean,
totally
I
right.
think Dakota also has a much cooler sister. I like them both. I think the Fanning sisters are awesome. But I think that also
think
like
Elle's cooler.
Dakota kind of had to step up her game once Elle really became that girl, you know?
But I think just since Elle became that girl, Dakota's got some good roles in.
Yeah.
Dakota's like doing it. She is.
Yeah, I do. The thing that a lot of people called about that like is kind of the biggest news, had she not gone to the Emmys and looked great or terrible, depending on who you talk to, she and Taika are apparently working together, developing a musical based on the Fyre Fest, and it's called Fyre Fest the Musical.
That's something.
But we have, the thing is like all this reporting exists and it's like rumor, but it seems like no one's actually done any work, because if you actually read it, it says the stage show has not yet announced a production timeline or whether it's aiming for Broadway. Okay.
It's very like friends. They're friends of Brian Buckley, this like filmmaker and frequent director of Super Bowl commercials. Okay, will direct and write the book. Paul Epworth will write the music, and David Corrins Hamilton will design the set. Oh, there's like a lot of kind of people already on board to do stuff. And they asked Taika about it, and he was like confirmed that he's working on it, and he was like, I was told by this guy, Brian Buckley, that he wanted to make a musical. I said, who the hell is Brian Buckley? I then remembered we've been friends and workmates for 15 years, so it was kind of hard to say no. Okay, so he's joking. He said, I can't wait to get started and snatch me some of that sweet American theater money, which is obviously a joke because that kind of doesn't exist. But that's nice. If him and Rita are producing a musical for their friend, I think that's nice.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll premiere in like La Jolla or like Boston and maybe come to Broadway or something.
Sure. Good one.
But
Rita posed in it. Did you already pass this or do you not want to
No,
do
do
this?
it.
Rita posed
It's funny.
Rita Ora poses in Virgin Mary getup outside Capitol Records. Rita Ora is in her Mother Mary era, posing like the Christian icon in an all-white dress with hearts sitting dead center on chest. Okay, so this is funny because they got paparazzi photos of her at a photo shoot in this like Virgin Mary kind of fashion getup, and it was David LaChapelle, which is cool.
Yeah, but did you read the end of the TMZ story? Because they don't explain why she's dressed like this. Because it's like
clearly it's for some sort of project or magazine or album.
But
or
the
whatever.
way they wrote it is really funny. It says, unclear if this is for a new album cover or just a fun photo shoot Rita's doing outside of music. Or as a stepmother to husband Taika Waititi's 2 daughters. So maybe she's just feeling extreme motherly vibes. Take us to church, Rita. Okay. Yeah, she's just doing a casual Dave LaChapelle photo shoot because she wants to be nice to Taika's kids. It's like, what are you talking about?
They really are just like pulling teeth.
We're done. Thank you for listening to another episode of Who Weekly. Call in at 619-WHO-THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show, Who's There? Support us on patreon.com for bonus episodes, Discord server, commentary tracks, and more. You can also get the audio only on Apple Podcasts. Just click subscribe within the app to get access to that. Rate and review us while you're at it. Thank you to Katie and Eric of The Who's for providing our Rita theme song on Tuesdays. And thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant for researching and editorializing. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.
See ya.
You will, Jayla.
They wanna know.
Hey. 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 I want to be famous.